The Detroit Lions have arrived, and they're here to stay. This team is proving to be a real powerhouse, showing their strength week after week. Their offense is exciting, fast, creative, and full of surprises. And even without one of their top defenders, Aiden Hutchinson, the Lions have stepped up in ways that make them a threat from every angle. After a stunning win against the Minnesota Vikings, who hadn't lost a single game this season, not even in preseason, the Lions have shown they're not just a top team. They might be the best in the league right now. In this video, we'll dive into that thrilling victory, highlighting standout performances and key plays. We'll explore how this team stays on fire and what's next for them. But first, hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL content. Let's aim for 200 likes on this video. The game kicked off with the Vikings taking control early. Aaron Jones burst through for a 34-yard touchdown run, putting Minnesota in the lead right away. They followed up with a 57-yard field goal, making it 10-0. It looked like the Vikings were ready to dominate, but the Lions had other plans. In the second quarter, Detroit roared back. Jahmyr Gibbs ignited the offense with a 45-yard touchdown run, shifting the momentum completely. Just a few minutes later, Jared Goff connected with Amon-Ra St. Brown for a stunning 35-yard touchdown pass. Suddenly, the Lions were in charge, and Gibbs scored again from 8 yards out, giving Detroit a 21-10 lead at halftime. The third quarter saw the Vikings trying to come back, with Sam Darnold hitting Justin Jefferson for a 25-yard touchdown pass, narrowing the Lions' lead to just 4 points. But the Lions weren't done yet. Goff found Khalif Raymond for a 21-yard touchdown, pushing the lead back to 28-17. The Vikings added a couple of field goals, but it still felt like the game was Detroit's to lose. Then, the drama escalated in the fourth quarter. With the tension high, the Vikings clawed back into the game with 2 field goals, closing the gap to just 5 points. It felt like momentum was swinging in Minnesota's favor when disaster struck for Detroit. Evan Pace Jr. scooped up a fumble and raced 36 yards for a Vikings touchdown, giving them a 29-28 lead after a failed 2-point conversion. The Lions were against the ropes, but they weren't finished. With time running out, Jared Goff showed amazing composure, leading a crucial final drive down the field. Every pass and yard mattered. When it was time to shine, Jake Moody stepped up and nailed a clutch 44-yard field goal, sealing a dramatic 31-29 victory for Detroit. It was a heart-pounding finish, proving the Lions can handle the pressure. In this game, Goff was the engine behind the Lions' offense, completing 22 of 25 passes for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. His accuracy and ability to spread the ball around kept the Vikings' defense guessing. Amon-Ra St. Brown was a standout with 8 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown. His precise route running made him Goff's go-to guy in tight moments. Khalif Raymond also made an impact, catching 3 passes for 39 yards, including a crucial 21-yard touchdown that gave the Lions some breathing room. His deep threat ability opened things up for other playmakers. On the ground, Jahmyr Gibbs was a force, racking up 116 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 carries. His early 45-yard touchdown run shifted the momentum, and his knack for finding gaps kept the Vikings on their toes. Gibbs also contributed 4 catches for 44 yards, showing he's a versatile threat who can challenge defenses in many ways. On defense, the Lions rose to the occasion, especially without Hutchinson. Jack Campbell led the charge, showcasing his ability to be everywhere on the field. Jack Campbell was a standout on defense, racking up 7 tackles and delivering a crucial sack that disrupted one of the Vikings' key drives. His impact was felt throughout the game, proving he could take on a larger role in Aiden Hutchinson's absence. Malcolm Rodriguez also made his mark, adding a sack of his own. His aggressive style made it tough for the Vikings to find their rhythm, especially in their running game. Rodriguez consistently broke into the backfield, throwing off Minnesota's offense. In the secondary, Brian Branch came up big with a clutch interception, halting a Vikings drive at a critical moment and giving the Lions a much-needed boost. Kirby Joseph and Alex Anzalone contributed as well, with Anzalone leading the team with 8 tackles, including some essential stops on third down. The Lions have shown they can win even without key players, but challenges remain. Hutchinson's absence is a significant loss, and while players like Campbell and Rodriguez have stepped up, the defense must continue to compensate for Hutchinson's ability to create pressure and make game-changing plays. The defensive line needs to maintain its intensity to keep opposing offenses in check. On the offensive side, Jameson Williams' suspension has added extra difficulty. He was the team's biggest deep threat, and without him, Detroit lacks that vertical stretch. This puts more pressure on Jared Goff to distribute the ball and rely on shorter routes. Players like St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, and Sam Laporta will need to step up in critical moments, especially as defenses adjust and stack the box against them. Gibbs will have to keep being a dual threat, contributing both on the ground and in the passing game to keep defenses guessing. As the season progresses, Detroit needs to find creative ways to adapt to these key losses while maintaining their momentum. Looking ahead, the schedule doesn't get any easier. Tough matchups are on the horizon, including divisional games against teams like the Packers, whose improved secondary could challenge Goff and his receivers, especially without Williams stretching the field. The Lions must find ways to exploit other areas of the Packers' defense to remain productive. Teams like the Texans will also present significant challenges. Their strong front seven will test Detroit's offensive line, which must protect Goff and create running lanes for Gibbs. Any slip-up here could disrupt their offensive rhythm. Then, there are high-powered offenses like the Bills, which will be a major test. Without Hutchinson leading the defensive line, generating pressure on elite quarterbacks becomes critical. The Lions' defense must band together and find ways to disrupt these offenses, especially those that can score quickly. How will the Lions adapt as they face tougher defenses in the coming weeks? Can their depth continue to shine in the absence of key players? Will Goff and the offense maintain their creative edge as defenses adjust to Williams' absence? The Lions have the potential to be a top contender, but the next few games will be pivotal. If they can keep their balance on both sides of the ball and navigate these challenges, they could be looking at a deep playoff run. What do you think? Can the Lions keep up their strong play and stay on top of the NFC? What adjustments do they need to make to remain competitive without some of their stars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on the latest Lions news and analysis, please like and subscribe. Your support helps the channel grow, and I'd love to hear your ideas on what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.